Hello, in today's video I'll show you how to use the iOS 27 Diagnostics Mode. Diagnostics Mode is actually available for not only the iOS 27 but also for older versions, but there are different ways to enter it, so I'll show you both of them. First, let's see the one that is exclusive to iOS 27 and doesn't require you to have a good charger or a computer near you. For that, you'll need to turn your phone off by pressing and holding on power and either of the volume buttons, then slide to power off, and now wait at least half a minute to make sure that your phone is fully off. After at least half a minute, start pressing and holding on the power button, but keep pressing for longer than you typically would. It will show the text continue holding for recovery. Okay, I failed because I have the case on and sometimes it fails because of that. I removed the case because it makes me accidentally release the key and you shouldn't release it. Yeah, let's start pressing and holding on the power button. We'll see the Apple logo and then it'll say continue holding for recovery on the bottom of the screen. And when the text changes to loading recovery options, then you can release the button and wait until it goes to the new recovery mode. And this is where it gets to. Now you'll need to select Diagnostics Mode and click on Restart iPhone, and now it'll get to the diagnostics. Now this is what it looks like when it goes into the diagnostics, and now I'll show you how to do it on iPhones with iOS 26 or iOS 18. Okay, now the other method is going to require a charger from you or an access to a computer. That charger is recommended to be at least 18 watts. It may work on lower energy chargers, but I cannot guarantee. Also, you need to have the right cable. That's why I'm not showing this method as the first one, even though it's universal and also works on iOS 27. If you have iOS 27, in most cases, you'll just have lower failure rate of entering the mode in the first method I've shown you. So make sure you're using either a fast charger or plug your cable into a computer. Then your phone has to be off. And now you'll need to start pressing and holding on both volume buttons, but not the power button, just both volume buttons. And while doing so, plug in the charger. Then continue holding without releasing throughout the whole time until you see the Apple logo. Now you can release those two keys and wait until it gets into the diagnostics mode. And now, the thing about it is that I have failed multiple times. Sometimes it works, sometimes not really. You need to have the right charger, of course, so it's not really the most convenient way. But yeah, if you don't have iOS 27, then you will need to do it this way. And it works on iOS 18 and 26, of course. I do have iOS 27 here because I'm using the same phone, but it does work on iOS 18 and 26. Now, then, as we are in the diagnostics and repair mode, let's learn how to use it. You can, of course, change the language and then click on continue. Now, you can choose a Wi-Fi network. You actually need to in order to be able to use this mode, which makes sense because it connects to the server to verify some data about your phone to be able to diagnose it. Now it is connecting to Apple support. Then let's click on agree. Yeah, and let's give it a moment. Now, as you can see, it allows me to run diagnostics, so we'll need to press on run diagnostics. And then there are different diagnostics modes. There's mobile resource inspector, which is like the most automatic mode. It does most of the things for you automatically, which is pretty useful, to be honest. Then there are other modes that require your user input. So let's talk about all of them. MRI is you just click on Start Diagnostic and it checks most of the things inside of your phone. After the test, you have different results, and a yellow one. There's yellow, red, or green, right? Green means there's everything all right with something, like, for example, camera. It's authentic in my case, and everything is present. The eSIM is present, and stuff like that. So that is the thing. Now, red would indicate that there is an issue, something is not working, and yellow indicates a potential issue. So something that either couldn't be diagnosed or may cause issues but doesn't necessarily cause them. And one of them is going to be software in my case. It just says that I have a beta version of iOS installed on my device, which may cause issues because it's not a stable release. It's a test drive release. Then there's battery condition. I've noticed that on all iPhones running iOS 27 beta version, it shows unknown about battery summary for some reason. Probably it'll be fixed in the future. But yeah, it also indicates that it couldn't diagnose the battery. Now I'll save it. I'll close it. And now there are other things, and I'll go through all of them. Let's test out audio output. It will play a series of notes through my speakers in order to help me verify whether the speakers play the right sound. So you should remove any case or cover. Ensure that audio parts are free of dust and debris. Disconnect any connected accessories and place the device on a flat surface with the display facing up. Now, let's click on continue. Get ready. It will be quite loud. So yeah. First, it will play through the bottom speaker. And this was okay, I'd say. So let's select yes, but if you select no, it doesn't really change anything. Whatever you select, it's not gonna fix it, right? So, this is going to be much quieter. Yeah, but it also played all right. It was audible and it was not distorted. Then let's see the last one. Also, totally fine in my case. So yeah, I've tested every speaker on the phone. That is great. Now let's go to the next test, right? Let's give it a moment. It's just gonna save the results. Now this display pixel anomalies. It's going to let me verify whether there's something wrong with the pixels on my screen by seeing a series of colors. So let's click on continue. And now first it'll show me the red color, and you should see if any of the pixels are displaying incorrectly. This is basically what the color looks like in person. It's this kind of red. Yeah, but the camera kind of changes it. Now, if you want, you can select that there's an issue somewhere on the screen, but it's not going to do much. It's just selected and that's it. Then use 2 fingers to swipe to the next color. This is green. Then there's blue. And just see if there's something wrong. Look closely. If there's a dead pixel, which means it's in a pixel that's in a different color, then you can look into it. There's a white, there's a black, dark gray, light gray, and it's finished. So let's click on done. And now let's just wait to go further. Now I'll save it. Let's go to multi-touch. Now it's going to let us verify whether the whole touch panel on the display works correctly. Let's click on continue, and now you should start drawing on the screen. You can use multiple fingers, of course, and try filling in all the squares. If you can't manage to do it because your screen doesn't work properly, then you may want to press on any of the buttons on the phone, like the volume buttons or the power button, in order to skip the test. In my case, it all works, but let's act like I want to skip the test. And yeah, probably, I don't even know what it'll mark it as because I've always finished the test. Yeah, okay. There's a Face ID, which is going to automatically test it, but you just need to hold your face in front of the sensor for like a minute. Just hold your phone at an arm's length. You don't have to look at the phone or stay still. You just need to have your phone positioned in front of the phone at an arm's length. So let's do it. And now it has given me the result that it's okay. Let's go back. The last one is camera image quality. It just lets you take photos with all of your cameras. So typically it would be anything between 2 or 4, depending on which model you have. There's always 1 in the front and 1 to 3 in the back. So yeah, let's use the front camera. There are some smudges, but it's because I haven't cleaned it. We should clean it before. And then you can like inspect the photo. You can zoom into it, see if there's everything all right. Then continue and do the same with the rear cameras. I think it's all right. And then the ultra wide as well in my case, because it's an iPhone 12, so it has 2 cameras in the back. Let's look at it. It's all right. Click on continue. If there was something wrong with it, you'll probably see it. And I hope that this video was helpful. That is the whole diagnostics mode. The last thing is I'm going to show you how to leave it. So as I approve it, you can either click on exit diagnostics here or press and hold on the power button and then click on shut down. Exiting diagnostics will restart the phone and shutting down will shut it down. I'll click on exit to restart it automatically, and I hope that this video was helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.